Hello, my name is Julien Kervella and I'm a second year MBA at TUC, also a CDS Fellow, Center for Digital Strategy. I am pleased to welcome Josh Bernoff, Senior VP at Forrester Research. Welcome to TUC, Josh, and thank you for being here.
Thanks very much. It's great to have the chance to talk to such an august group so close to where I live.
Introduce yourself a little bit.
My name is Josh Bernoff. I'm a Senior VP Idea Development at Forrester Research, and I've been there for 15 years analyzing the effect of technology on business. What I've been working on most recently are books that are related to social technology, Groundswell that was published in 2008, and Empowered, our new book about managing in the age of the empowered customer, which just came out in 2010.
Talking about empowered, could you just highlight the topic on that book?
So the thesis of Empowered is that both customers and employees are now more empowered than ever before with the technology they have access to. As far as customers go, this means that your customers at any moment can be telling people on social networks, with Twitter, with YouTube, they can basically be spreading messages about your products and services. And we say that companies really need to address that. They need to treat their own customers as a marketing channel now. The second piece, the empowered employees, comes in because at the speed that those empowered customers move, only an empowered employee can actually serve the needs of an empowered customer. And the book Empowered is really about how to manage your company so that people in marketing and sales and customer service can take advantage of these new technologies to reach out to those empowered customers.
Okay. Thinking about customer first, how do you think customers in the last 15 years have changed their purchasing behaviors or communicating behaviors?
Well, certainly the advent of online means that whenever anybody makes a buying decision now, they're likely to be checking what other people have said online. And the result of this is that what it says about your company online and your products is hugely important. More than half of U.S. consumers are now on social networks. You have people like we talk about in the book, Heather Armstrong, who are capable of spreading a message about your product to 1 million people with a single Twitter tweet. So in this world where video and social applications and mobile devices make that technology accessible to consumers at any given moment, you're going to find that what they think about your product is actually going to make more difference than your own marketing when it comes to buying decisions.
And how companies are reacting to that trend now?
Well, at Forrester Research, we get lots and lots of requests for people who are putting together social strategies, whether that means building an iPhone app or putting together a presence on Facebook, setting up a Twitter account, setting up a customer community, or even just listening to what people are saying out there. We're increasingly finding that marketers, customer service people, public relations people, people in sales are very interested in how to use social technologies to reach out to customers. The challenge has shifted, though. 2 years ago, when we wrote Groundswell, the challenge was, what do I do about these social technologies? Now, as more and more places in the organization are doing this, it becomes challenging to manage it, so the challenge has shifted to, how do I manage my company in a world where there are multiple social and mobile applications coming out from all across the company?
Could you give us an example of a company, maybe without naming it if it's confidential, but who introduced a social strategy and really succeeded in doing that?
Here's a great example of a company that's been able to succeed here, and the company is Best Buy. So Best Buy recognized that that customers had a lot of questions about electronics, and as a result, one of the employees there conceived the idea that the Best Buy employees would be able to connect with others on Twitter. This guy was named Ben Hedrington, and he basically designed a system so that over 2,000 Best Buy employees could share a single Twitter account called 12 and respond to people who had questions. They turned that over to a guy there named John Bernier in marketing, whose job was to roll this out, because getting employees to do this involves labor laws and training and so on if you're going to be efficient about it. And the result of this is that if you now tweet to 12 Force any sort of technical problem or anything associated with Best Buy, one of these 2,000 employees, their frontline salespeople, their customer service people, their Geek Squad outbound service people, one of those people is likely to respond to you. And this means that Best Buy's service reputation is much stronger in an era where they have to compete with people like Amazon. That's hugely important to the company.
Thinking about metrics to measure the impact of for social strategy, what are the metrics that are used today, or what would you recommend for a company? How to measure the implementation of such a strategy?
Well, we get this question about ROI of social applications all the time. And it's not a simple question to answer, but it's sort of like asking, well, what's the ROI of internet in my company? Well, it depends on how you use it, of course. Your website has an ROI, and so does your customer service portions of your website. In the same way, social applications have to be measured based on the objective that they're designed for. So in some cases, take the Dell Outlet Twitter account at Dell. This is a Twitter account that tweets about deals, right, like refurbished and overstocked computers. Well, there the measure is simple. It's sales. They've sold over $7 million worth of computers using Dell Outlet, so that works out very well. In the cases where people are using Twitter and Facebook to respond to requests or challenges from their own customers, it could be a PR objective. We want to make sure that someone who's unhappy is turned from a detractor to an advocate as quickly as possible. So Comcast, for example, has set up Facebook and Twitter so that they can respond to customer service queries. That's how they would measure this, is in changes it makes in customer satisfaction. Just like any other business activity, there are a lot of different reasons to do this, and the ROI depends on what your objective is starting out.
Okay. What are the likeliest impact of implementing, for instance, a Twitter strategy within a company? For instance, is there an impact in the IT system? Is there an impact in any other standard department within a large company?
Well, once these social and mobile applications start to get implemented, all sorts of conflict tends to happen within companies. One question is, who is permitted to speak on behalf of the company? And this is a management issue. Another question is this technology that we're adopting going to become really important? And if so, is it really up to the challenge? Or can marketing people implement an enterprise-class technology? So what we recommend to people is what we call a hero compact. This is an agreement among the top management that the heroes, these are the highly empowered and resourceful operatives, the people who are actually implementing this stuff, work with management and with the IT department to make sure that we're encouraging innovation, we're assessing and managing risk appropriately, and we're making sure that the technology that people are adopting is safe and that it's scalable. This doesn't mean that the IT department owns the technology or that every single one of these projects has to be managed, but it's more of an overall philosophy that allows you to manage your company so that this sort of innovation is supported rather than blocked.